it's killing me. I can't take
What
it
do you
anymore.
mean? What do you mean?
End of the story.
End of the story. Yeah,
This is it.
nuts.
This is it. This is it. You're gonna ruin the rest of my day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want? Do 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 do.
Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Kenya.
Welcome to the This and That Chat edition especial for descargar. I have to get something off my chest.
Oh, you just reminded me of the commercial we saw yesterday in
Which one?
English. Amanda demand.
Oh, Amanda.
Amanda, but the way that she said it, Amanda Demanda.
Amanda.
And I'm like, why is this lady doing this commercial?
Hold on.
Oh boy.
I'm starting. Okay. I said to you, I'm starting.
Go.
I started, and
Oh
then
yeah.
you immediately
Sorry,
took
you
it
know
away.
what it is? Because I needed to chew out loud my words so I could remember what it is I wanted to talk about today. And I just got it. Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm starting.
You are starting.
Okay. I have a little bit of
A bone.
bone to pick with the peoples
Ooh.
who love to allow me to
Yeah.
live rent-free in their brains.
Oh my God. You and I have such different opinions about this.
I know we do.
This is very interesting.
This is why I want to bring it up.
Okay.
I don't know that we've ever had an actual conversation about this.
No, I don't think so. I can't recall.
So I feel as though I would like to have that conversation.
Okay.
Because I'm interested.
Okay.
Not because I care about what your opinion on this situation is.
Uh-huh.
Because
You want
my
the debate.
opinion, I want the debate.
Okay.
Because my opinion is not going to change and
Right.
yours is not going to change.
Yeah.
Because this has been a thing
Yeah.
for a while.
For years.
yeah.
For years.
So
I just want to say something.
Here it goes.
No, I just want to say before we get started, okay, that I forgot. So continue.
yeah.
Damn it, it was so
you
good.
just needed to interrupt.
No,
That's the
it
problem.
was so good.
Okay.
It was so good.
So
Opinions.
we have been looking forward to something for a while. We've had the date marked off. We're like, we got to jump in there to buy our tickets. We're like, we're doing this, right?
Oh, you're going to speak about a specific situation.
Well, I'm going to speak about the situation that's the most current, which is the whole Savannah Banana thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we have been waiting for them to announce where
the cities that
the cities that they're going to go to, what's the date. We assumed, because they said in the last game, hey, we'll see you guys next year, like we're coming back to Miami, that we were going to get another game this year, and they completely snubbed us.
I mean,
Hold
that's
on.
a little extreme.
I know.
Okay.
So to be fair,
Okay.
so last year there were 2 games in Florida, one in Tampa, I think it was. So Tampa and Miami.
Which I think is very well balanced.
It was very well balanced.
I want to see how
It's a-
far
it's a
we go
good-
into our opinion here, because I feel like
Okay. It's a good mix between the two, right?
why? Because one is north,
North
one
and
is
one
south.
is south, right? You can get a good mix in there.
Yeah.
Now, this year they announced 2 brand new teams. One of them being the Coco Locos, or
A Florida team.
A Florida team.
You would think they do a Florida tour.
Right. But it's a Florida team based out of Orlando. They're going to be playing at the ESPN stadium. Like, that's going to be their home base. Like, there is a team that's now in Florida. Cool. They're expanding their space. I think now they're up to 6 teams or whatever. And I figured, okay, so they announced a team in Orlando. They're going to have games in Orlando. But then they have a game in Jacksonville, and then they have a game in Tallahassee. So
Border.
if you look at the Florida map, you're talking about middle is Orlando, northwest is Tallahassee, and northeast is Jacksonville. And then they have a game in Atlanta, which is
Their home
just
base.
an hour.
Yeah, but it is
No,
their
no.
home base.
No, not Grayson Park. I'm talking about at Truist Park.
Okay, still, Georgia is their home base.
I understand that.
Okay.
But they're going to Truist Park, which is only an hour away from an hour and some change from
Jacksonville, probably.
Jacksonville, right? So, like, all the games are all up there. So, I made a comment on the post. I was like, "No Miami?" ? And then I put a little slap face guy, whatever. And man, people have completely lost their minds. They were like, "You're being greedy, you're being selfish, you're blah blah blah," and all this kind of everything. And I was like, "What in the like? Why am I being attacked?" Right? Because I literally put "No Miami?" ? And then the little slap face guy. That's all I put. I put nothing else.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
You could have put "so sad that you're not coming back to Miami. We'll miss you." Crying face. And you still would have gotten attacked.
I know. This is the thing. This is the thing that for me, I was like, man, I got comments on comments on comments, and I responded back. I wasn't upset. I wasn't like making a big thing. And then I got a new phrase that I had to look up because I'm not up to date with the lingo. And if you paid me $1 million right now, I couldn't tell you what the lingo was because ratioed. Oh yeah, you got ratioed, and I'm like, ratioed,
which I still have no idea what that means.
Oh, I thought you looked at it.
No.
Oh, so ratioed mean that you get more negative comments than positive comments on your post.
So a ratio of good and bad comments.
Right. No, but if you got ratioed, it means it's more negative.
Oh, they decided this already.
Yes, they decided.
Okay.
They decided, and that's the definition of it.
Okay, this is the thing that to me, I can't allow it to bother me. Right? Is the fact that people have taken words that mean one thing, and we did talk about this in another episode. Okay.
Yep.
Where the whole literally, but they mean figuratively, and so they're using words that they're just deciding
they're making it up making it up as they go.
You know, and so you kind of what ratio means, but what does ratio mean for you?
Right.
And now here's the worst part: you say that, okay, and people are like associating it with what you just said. Oh, you mean they got negative comments, and you could be talking mathematically. You ratioed something,
right?
And they don't even understand that that's where it came from. That level of intelligence, below zero, is very difficult for me to endure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because it's something that's, it's just like, it hits a little nerve for me. I just don't even delve.
So here's the thing, right?
On the word part.
Right.
But you continue with your comment.
So here's the thing, right? So I have been very consciously making it a point to not engage on the internet. I used to have a problem. I'm a recovering attackaholic.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I would go on there and I would make comments, and I'd like to troll a little bit. It was fun. I was having a little bit of fun. Nothing dangerous, like where I'm gonna cause people harm or
mean. I would say no,
or any of that. I just like to engage and be the.
You like to be in the back and forth.
In the back and forth, it was fun for me.
You know
right?
Who else enjoys being in the back and forth?
Who?
My father.
Okay.
That's just a side comment that has nothing to do with you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anyways, so I used to enjoy the little back and forth, but what I realized was that there was some times where people would just take it too far, and then I would just drop off, and then
I know, because people really lose their minds.
They lose their minds. So I've been like, okay, I'm gonna back off a little bit. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna jump into that because, for one, we're on a public
space,
public space, right? People, we have our podcast and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of like, I'm just gonna kind of lay back a little bit with it. But this comment was something that was specific to me. I was genuinely disappointed. You were genuinely disappointed We even looked at our calendar and we're like, okay, I guess we're making a trip to Jacksonville. I guess we're making a trip to Orlando. I guess we're making a trip to wherever. We were trying to figure it out, but it just didn't work out with our schedule.
Yeah.
Now, if there were local games during those times, we could go because it's just an hour drive.
Right.
And we could go to the game that night and then come back home. But here you're talking about having to get a hotel, having to stay out and over there. Pet sitter. Like, there's just so much stuff that needs to be put into place just for us to go to a game. Mm-hmm. We're going to miss out on the game. Anyways, so this guy just, like, went absolutely...
Oh, it's one specific person.
One that was more attacky than the other. Like, one of them... like.
So, in case people are wondering, this is the area that you and I diverge into different opinions. Okay? We're completely on the same...
We're on the same page so far?
We're on the same page, yeah, because it wasn't about the Savannah Bananas. It wasn't about the game or being disappointed. That's not it.
Okay.
It's when it comes to the engagement.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's where you and I are like...
Okay, so tell me where you go from here, because I want to...
So, for me... Every single comment that if I make, because you know I've had the same experiences where you put an opinion and then people are crucifying you, right? So what I do is I see the comment, I go to that comment, and I block the person, delete the comment, block the person, and that's it. Because obviously this person is never going to contribute anything positive to my page. It's not like today you hated it, tomorrow you're going to like it. That's it. Okay. So then
you disengage.
I disengage them because now they can't. Who are they going to rage with? They're waiting for me to engage them. And they're going to, on their part, I don't think that they see that their comment got deleted. Okay. I think they see other people commenting and they're like, why isn't this person commenting back? They have no idea that they have been silenced. I don't see you anymore. I have nothing to say to you, right? If on my page...
the thing is that I like that.
That's where you and that's where you and I go like this, right?
I like that last little... Beep.
So then for me, it's like when you say, you know, I feel like you're almost saying you're surprised.
Okay, hold on. So would you after he made the comment where he would be like, "Oh, but you've been ratio, blah blah blah," whatever.
Yeah.
That's where you would disengage?
I mean, if someone said you've been ratioed, I don't even know if that is a bad thing or a good thing, honestly. Are they telling you?
Well, I looked it up. Yeah. So
No.
It was negative. It's a negative. That is a negative comment.
So it's like saying you've been X'd?
Right.
But like, what does that even mean?
So
like, to me, it's like that's a comment that I would leave.
Here's the best part. You ready for this? My comment, okay, my No Miami question mark with a little slap face, okay, got 13 likes, right?
Because there's other people who are also feeling the same.
Feel the same way,
right?
Right. Now, I decided, trying to understand the lingo.
Yeah.
I was going to figure out how do they count out this ratioed lingo.
No. Oh my gosh. You're trying to make sense of something that's not making sense.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So and it says it's a simple count of negative comments against your positive comments. So in total, I had 14 positive comments and I had 15 negative comments. Okay. 7 of them coming from this one guy because he just kept on sending. But I counted it out.
Oh, see that you didn't say that there's been 7 comments. By the second comment.
No. He's commenting on his own. I'm not engaging him.
I know, but on your post.
Yeah.
Oh, no. See, by the second comment, I would have just taken, because obviously someone who's doing that.
He's looking for
he's baiting, right? You know?
Yeah, so when he sent the whatever, you've been ratioed or whatever, I was like, oh no. And I made sure that I made it sound as sarcastic as possible. I said, oh no, now I won't be able to sleep at night because I've been ratioed. Right?
You see?
And I left it.
Like
that's where I left it.
Yeah.
That's where I left it. And I have not made any more comments. Now, after that, right, I haven't gone back and counted. I'm not going to go count. There's been a whole bunch of stuff that's going on underneath me. I think there's there's probably like 40 or 50 people that have engaged underneath my comment now.
Oh gosh. Okay.
But they're all going at each other.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
The
And
energy.
I have not read 75% of what's under there because I don't care about those comments. It was just the ones that were directly, but like,
So I feel like this is where people
I'm
now-
no longer getting tagged anymore because
Right.
now they're all going at each other. There's people that are saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, it's so disappointing. It's like, oh, I don't feel like driving to Orlando. I hate going to Orlando. I
Yeah.
hate going to Jacksonville. I hate going, that kind of stuff. And then, it was just one of those things.
I think that this is also where people form opinions and say you do care
Oh, okay.
because someone who doesn't care wouldn't respond, right? The fact that 75% of the comments and you're just missing a 25%.
Bro, why you can't, like, I said a random number.
I'm also saying a random
Okay.
response to what I'm saying.
83.7%.
What I'm saying is the fact that you are even reading these things. Caring, I
I
think
just said
is...
I'm not.
Wait, but you said that you have.
Right, I had read the few that were coming at me
Yeah.
to the ratioed comment. And then after that, I haven't gone back to read.
gone
And I
back
said
to
there's engagement
Yeah.
underneath it because I'm getting notifications
Yeah.
that there's engagement underneath my post. Because if there's a comment that goes in underneath my original post, I get a
Yeah,
notification.
you get tagged. My point is that I think at some degree, there is something in you that, and I'm saying this with air quotes, cares, because I feel like care is so deep. But what I really mean to say is it snags your interest. It piques your engagement, something like that. Caring is too much. Okay. But I think that's just a common phrase that people throw around. You care, you don't care. Right? But the fact that it does, light up your aura when someone does that, it does that. Right?
It does, but
it
hold on.
does.
But to the point where I now only allow it to
You are reformed. Yes, 100%.
I only now allow it to bring enjoyment
Right.
to a certain point, and then once it's
Now
no
where
longer
it becomes
fun, I'm like, all right, I'm out, and I let them, and I leave them to be.
Right.
But before,
Yeah.
man, I would be
Before
like,
you would write dissertations.
oh, it was dissertations. I was a keyboard warrior.
Oh my God, there's that term.
Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah, that's when you're like
OMG.
huffing and puffing, and you sit at the computer and you're like,
OMG. OMG. Wow.
and you're just like, what's the movie? Bruce Almighty? No,
Yeah.
is it Bruce Almighty?
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Almighty when he's answering
All the prayers. Yeah. So
It's off my chest.
let's show everybody your combo today because I feel like it goes so well with what you were saying.
I should have
You were
brought my
venting.
shoes.
You should have. But you can get close. Can they see your shirt?
Let's see. Yes, it's in the frame.
The back of your shirt is so much cooler.
Yes, I'm not getting up.
No, but and then your hat, it goes so well.
Well, I've
You've
worn
got
this.
the Death
I've
Doctor.
worn this. Yeah, I've worn this hat before.
Yeah.
But what's the shirt saying? I choose violence.
No, you woke up and chose violence.
I woke up and chose violence.
And in the back of your shirt, you've got that whole neon, bright colors going with a skeleton smoking, drinking with a rifle, just sort of laying back like
yeah,
FAFO
there you go.
kind of thing. But so this is where we diverge, right? Because to me, I've always told you that I feel that engaging to the level where you're back and forth with somebody, to me, it's like they accomplished exactly what they were setting out to do, which was to bait you into their hole, right?
Yeah,
to
but
me,
I'm not
that's
getting-
how I see it.
I'm not
okay?
getting in the hole.
I think that when you're now back and forth, they brought you from your place, and
Yes.
now they brought you
So
down
now
to
I'm-
now we're gonna
I'm standing
like
next to
you
the
know
hole.
when they do that, and they're
Yes.
like,
I'm
yeah,
standing next to the hole, and I'm kicking some dirt in there.
now. I'm saying
Yes.
before.
Oh, before? Oh, no, before I was like,
Yeah.
I was a Olympic diver doing triple
exactly.
back somersaults
And
into
I'm like,
the into the
why?
hole.
Why are you letting it like consume your? Now instead of you paying attention to what's going on, you're thinking, what am I going to say here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you and I have diverged. There's times that there's posts that I come across that I'm thinking, oh my gosh, there's something that I want to say,
Yes.
and I consider
the choice of not doing.
right. I consider okay, like I know that whatever I'm gonna say, because of the current comments on there already, I know that what I'm gonna get is just notification after notification of
Right.
people trying to bait me. And I'm like, I don't want to have to go in and delete every single one. So I just pass along and just like, okay, that's it. I keep my comment to myself and I move on. But it's interesting how you and I choose to engage online and that you have been reformed.
Yes.
Okay. You still do way more than I would.
Of course.
But
yeah, but you know.
But now, like you said, it's a like a fun thing for you, right? Which I would agree that what you're doing on Ring Camera is completely fun,
Bro.
right? What?
I did not want to bring that up.
I mean, you have to say
That's-
there are certain topics
that's
that are
that
off
one-
topic.
That one is anonymous,
I know.
but now it's not. So let's go.
So let's go, right? So that to me, that's hilarious because I don't think that people can comment underneath what you said.
They can, and I get them back.
Oh, you do?
Oh my goodness, I get so many people that laugh at
Of
the stuff that I
course,
do.
because that's what
It's
I
ridiculous
love
what I'm writing.
reading in general, people's Ring Camera dialogues,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because somebody will say, here where we live, I think we've talked about this. There's a quarry. So every
yeah.
now and then when they blast, you feel the rumbling. And if you're new to this area, people freak out. Just like we have a nuclear plant here, and every now and then they do a test drill, right? So the sirens are going off, and people who are new to the area are freaking out because you think there's an air raid or something.
Right.
My favorite part is that out of all the possible platforms that you could have to say, hey, neighbors, what was that tremor that I felt? Or what are those sirens that are going off? You go on Ring and put it on there. And so because you are not allowed to create a profile,
Right.
it is
And you get-
completely,
right.
it's just like Ring Camera number
It says,
107.
no, it says neighbor
Neighbor 107, you
and
know?
then it's a bunch of random. So if I made a comment, this is the best part. Mm-hmm. So if I make a comment on one of them,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I put whatever, right, I'm neighbor 107. But if I go to the next post and I make a comment on there, I'm neighbor 222.
Oh, it keeps randomizing
Every single time
you.
it's random. You get a random number. Okay? And every
So
time
they
you go
can't
to,
even say neighbor 107 is the one who's always trolling people.
Exactly. Right? So it's just this random, it's just wherever you land, wherever you come into it.
So it's hilarious because then you're allowed to say,
Whatever.
that's
That's
the shark siren.
Yeah, there are
Shark
so
spotted
many,
in
there
the bay.
are so many aliens that have landed in our neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
Every single when they talk about the tremors, I'm like, it's a UFO. It's landed on 288, and I tell them like I give them a random random address or whatever that they would be familiar with, and I always try and pick a spot that's close to where they're at, so that because it shows you like a
roundabout,
a 3 mile radius of where they're at.
But my favorite comments that you make are when people ask, like, where can I find something? Like they're looking for a tailor or a mechanic or something.
Right.
And your response to them is the most elementary response possible, right?
Yeah, like, does anybody know a good washing machine repairman? And I'm like, yes, you should try and find somebody that knows how to repair washing machines.
Right. Something
Like
like
something
it's
like that.
rhetorical back to
I
them.
just get, those are the ones I get the most comments on. Like people laughing. They're like, like sometimes I'll get like the author and be like, "Yes, I know I need a repairman. Do you know
It's
one?"
like you're handy but not handy.
Yeah. And they're like, "But do you know one?" And I'm like, "No." I just leave it at that, like something like that. But it's
Or even answering yes, I know one, and still not giving them what they're asking for.
Yes.
That's the part that to me
Yeah.
it's funny because
I've
none
given
of
them phone numbers.
oh my god, to who?
I don't know. I look up like Chase Bank, like the local branch, or I look up like Winn-Dixie.
See, that's way too much investment. That's too much investment.
Why?
Because that's too much.
No, it's so much fun.
That's too
You
much.
imagine they grab it and they call. They're like, "Hi, thank you for calling Chase Bank."
Speaking of that, we just saw there's, I guess, stickers that they sell that you can go and put into
Oh,
different
those.
places that it says free Wi-Fi or the
Well,
outlets
Yes.
that look
The-
like
the
real
Wi-Fi one-
outlets.
The Wi-Fi one is meant to go with, because the video that we saw was at a McDonald's, and they had the sign that says free Wi-Fi, and it's the McDonald's sign, right? And then they put the sticker underneath that sign that says scan here for free Wi-Fi, and people go and they scan it, and then it's a gorilla flicking
you
them off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, brings up a good point of QR codes, I guess, are very popular because it's easy and people don't have to mistype, right? You make sure that people are going to get traffic to your site or whatever. But how many of people could put a QR code that's, something bad? Because I think most people would think virus, right? But I'm thinking more criminal nature stuff to pop up on your phone, or maybe something gruesome, or who knows, like I'm just thinking about the things that could be on your phone, and then you could be almost accused of a crime because you have something on your phone that
I think that if
that you've clicked on.
But see, that's the other extreme, right? That's using something that could be funny, like the gorilla flicking you off.
Yeah, that's
is hilarious.
completely funny. Yeah,
That's hilarious. People are gonna get upset about it. They're gonna be whatever. That's
only because you got made a fool
only because you
of.
got made a fool of, right?
Right.
But you didn't hurt them. They're not gonna, they're not hurt. They're not bleeding. They're not cut. They're not
Right.
beat up.
You didn't
There's
steal
nothing.
anything.
There's nothing
Right.
there's wrong. But if you scan a QR code and it takes you to something that's can mentally mess you up, like that's messed up. That is.
But it goes
I feel,
beyond that. It goes beyond that. I'm just wondering, someone who has some sort of deviant nature, right? Especially because I can't see myself ever falling for, scan this QR code, right? Because I'm very wary of getting on things just randomly, like, scan here, right? But there are a lot of people who do. So somebody who wants to put an image out there that would be considered criminal if you have this on your phone, what do you do? Like, how do you explain, I didn't mean to go there, I scanned a QR code?
I think that there's ways for you to be able to see that it was a QR code that you scanned.
I'm just
I
saying,
mean, your phone,
wow.
your phone doesn't just magically go to a specific website.
So this brings me to a show that's coming to one of the streaming websites. I can't remember. It's called Mercy. Okay. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris, no.
And he's in Terminal List. Hold on. Wait, I want to say Chris, but
Chris
Pratt.
Chris Pratt?
Okay. Chris Pratt. Okay.
Hold on. What is it? Mercy?
Yeah, it's called Mercy. Okay.
Mercy?
It's set up in the future where
Mercy,
if you
2026?
get accused of a crime, you have 90 minutes to convince I'm not sure if it's a jury or what it is
How
of
come
your
I've never
innocence.
seen this? No, it's an AI judge.
And yeah, but you have to convince them of your innocence, or you get eliminated. So in 90 minutes, you have to convince. And I'm thinking, this is very, very extreme. People are like, that'll never happen in the future. But there's a lot of things happening now that people 50 years ago would have said, you can't.
Oh, but it's a movie.
Yeah. Did I say it was a show? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I meant a movie.
So when does it come out?
I think next year. I think it's in
Oh, yeah,
theaters.
2026. January.
Oh, okay.
January of 2026.
Is it coming straight to a streaming service? I thought I saw it might be.
No, it looks like it's going to be...
So what's the
It
premise
looks
of
good.
it again? Yeah, read the premise.
All right, so it says, in the near future, a detective, who's played by Chris Pratt, stands on a trial accused of murdering his wife. He has 90 minutes to prove his innocence to the advanced AI judge, who's Rebecca Ferguson, that he once championed. So he was, because he's a detective, he was trying to help that, right? Before it determines his fate. That looks really, it looks really interesting.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very edge of your seat, so I was just thinking.
Oh, the poster? Mm-hmm. Very intense.
Yeah.
He's sitting in a chair strapped in. It looks like an electric chair.
Well, because I think it's for, like what are those, the truth test?
Yeah,
Right
hold
now,
on here.
I feel like
Let
I
me-
have brain
Let
fog.
me show. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes.
You got to look it up. You have to look up the trailer.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it has like a thing. It says 90. It has 90 minutes left. Right? It's like a timer on one side, and then it says on the other side it shows 97.5% guilty. So then, as you're talking and stuff, you're gonna look and see your
What is it
your
called?
guilty meter.
A lie detector test. I think that's what it is. So their sensing is your heart rate changing. Are you lying? Like it's supposed to
It's
be super.
immediate execution if you don't get. Wow,
Yeah.
that looks good.
Yeah.
What happened to movies, bro?
I feel like that's an original
That's
idea.
an original idea. That's something that's new.
Yeah.
Using some of the new stuff.
Yeah. Which is very scary.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this girl? Her name is Tilly Norwood. That
Oh, that's the completely AI one? What is going on?
Okay, so if you don't know about Tilly Norwood, you have to look it up, all right? Because this person has a page on Instagram and on other places where if you look at the bio and everything like that, it's I'm an aspiring actress. This is some of the work that I've been in. And she isn't perfect. She has blemishes. Like there's like a naturalness to
Right.
her, right? She's of course perfect because she is the very definition of what I think most people are looking for in a movie. Okay.
Not to mention the fact that they've made her absolutely like beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
Perfection in
In
the most imperfect way.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right.
yeah,
Right.
like there is this
Like the fact that you're even saying, well, she's got imperfections. I'm like, really?
Well,
Freckles?
yeah, and
Freckles?
and the thing is that because she's AI, she can fit into whatever role you need, and immediately she will be the right person because they're adaptable.
Yeah, and her demeanor, the way that she comes off, is very soft and friendly, and there isn't anything threatening that you see about her. Because there's a video that's circling around where Anna de Armas, you know who she is? She's the
Wanna
new.
say-
Everybody's going googly eyes for her. She is in Ballerina. She's the assassin in Ballerina, which is the John Wick spinoff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so there's a video going around, which I'm sure you can find, where she is doing an interview with another actress. And in that video. It's little compilations of times that they have appeared together in an interview. And
She's gonna marry Tom Cruise?
oh my God, are you kidding me?
No. No, okay. This can't be real. I don't know.
Everything has to be double checked now.
I know, but it says Tom Cruise and Anna de Armas are considering a wedding in space.
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
Who posted that?
And then it says Yahoo.
Oh my God, maybe it is real.
Okay. And then it says, and then after coming back home after their wedding, Tom Cruise is going to build her a fortress in the UK. Tom Cruise is already a little bit weird, but
I have to look more into that. I didn't know. But anyway, listen to this. There is a video of her going around, okay? And I don't know who's the other actress that she's with, but I thought initially when I watched the video that the other actress was an AI apparition, okay? Because she was almost too perfect, right? And they're saying in the video, it's saying like she'll never be able to deny that she wasn't feeling what she was feeling, because while they're talking to the other actress, she's looking at her like from up down.
oh yes,
Okay, you've seen
I
that.
saw
and
this.
in other interviews, she's looking at her with a face of like, I hate
I
you.
saw this.
Okay, I don't know who the other woman is.
Oh my goodness, I'm not sure who it is.
Not
but-
anybody that you would know straight off from a movie or anything.
But she was.
But,
she
like,
was like
How?
condemning her.
Yes. Okay.
Condemning
Yes.
her to hell
Okay.
with her eyes.
With her eyes.
And she wasn't even trying to hide it. She was just like
Well, I think she didn't know she was doing that until later.
bad. It was
But
bad.
this is what I'm saying. It's like there's some women that you look at them and immediately you get that they're very guarded or they're superficial or the smile doesn't reach the eyes or something. This AI thing that they've made is not any of those things.
No.
It's very welcoming. And then here's the worst part, right? They've done a news bit on it because they went and showed this AI profile to actresses like Emily Blunt. And they said, what do you think about this? Because there are companies and studios that are fighting each other for the right to be able to use her in their upcoming films.
Right, but then they're talking
Instead
about
of real people.
yeah, but then they're talking about the national, what is it, the Actors Guild or whatever,
Right.
that they're saying that they that would be a violation of, I guess.
But
their-
isn't there, what about your category for science fiction? Couldn't you do a movie that's AI partially? What happened to CGI? I feel like you have an argument. I don't mean to argue for them, but I feel like you have an argument for what happened to all the
What
people
was
who
the
used to
movie-
build a set.
Yeah, what was the movie that we just saw, or I'm trying to remember, that the whole thing was supposed to be outside and not one shot was filmed outdoors. I'm trying to remember.
But it was all CGI.
It was all CGI. It was all done in a room.
But that's all allowed now.
Oh, you know another movie? Because I just saw it on or I heard it on Joe Rogan, when he had the actor, the one that was in the movie Lone Survivor. He says that the scenes that they were in the side of a mountain fighting the Taliban was all done in a theater.
Well, it was done in a parking lot.
Right.
Outside of a theater.
For the firefight scene. But the other stuff where he was like
This is where he had Taylor Kirsch
yeah, like wow.
Kitsch on.
Like that's crazy to me. Which brings me to my next point.
Yeah.
So we are now AI. We are actually not here doing. I'm just kidding.
Bro. But my bottom
that
line
would be
is
funny, though.
my bottom line is that the Emily Blunt, when she looked at the little clip that they
Oh, yeah.
showed her, she said, "We're effed."
Yeah.
Okay, because and now we'll move on to the next subject, right? Is there is a, I don't want to say it's a race, but not even being in that world ourselves, you can tell it's a very competitive space. Okay. And I've heard a lot of autobiographies of actors talking about how they broke into their roles. Michael J. Fox and Al Pacino, Matthew
the
Perry.
work.
I mean, these people were living on the street, just trying to break in, you know? So it's so competitive, and at any moment somebody else can come and be more relevant than you, right? So especially for women, I feel that there is a lot of pressure to look young. I don't remember who it was that they just talked to, an actress, that it was kind of shocking, that she even felt like she was shocked that the movie that they were offering her was her playing a grandmother role. And this is not, I've got to look this up and tell you who it was later, because it was someone, let's just put out there that it was Jennifer Aniston, right? And we know Jennifer Aniston when she was in her 20s.
Right.
And how is she now playing a grandmother?
Well, look at some of these.
I don't know if it was Reese Witherspoon. I've got to look up who it was.
Look at some of these actors. Like, you got to think about it. We've been watching them for 25, 30 years. They're not. They were adults
anymore when we were watching them younger.
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course. And you look at them and they're older, but the way that they live in our minds, like when I think of Jennifer Aniston, I think of Rachel Green.
Right.
That's who lives in my mind. Okay. You look at Jennifer Aniston now and she's got, like, you can tell she's had work done and she's got like little,
Yeah.
you know, wrinkles or whatever. And it's just jarring to marry the two, right?
Yeah.
So for women, I feel that not only is the space very competitive, but now you have to somehow preserve your youth so that you can be chosen for roles that are relevant, right? And you have put in your time. I'm sure that you have had to do some butt kissing. I'm sure that you've had to take roles you didn't want to. And the sacrifices with your family and, you know, all these different things that you did to pour into it for now an imperfect, right?
Yeah.
Substitute to come, who is never going to age, is never going to mess up, is never going to have a bad day, and is going to cost a fraction of what they have to pay you.
This just goes to show you that there is a lot of people that are going to be making money and become multimillionaires and billionaires that would never have made it 20 years ago in just a 20-year swing. Imagine what another 20 years.
Well, so it's interesting that you say that, because I wish I had saved this. I just saw a post that had two, like a picture and then a video underneath. And it took 1,500 years, I want to say, don't quote me on this, for us to go from the horse and buggy to a vehicle. Okay. Like a horse and cart, let's say a horse and cart to a vehicle. It had taken like 1,500 years for us to get there, but it only took 50 years for us to get from the vehicle to a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you look at a stealth bomber, that is an incredible feat of science and mechanics and
that's what we
engineering
know.
And every exactly. Okay. And then it makes you think, well, what can be accomplished in the next 5 years, right? So people think, oh, we're never going to get rid of our actors, and you know, that's a staple, and you've got people who've been in the business forever. There's a love, there's, you know, support for them and everything. But let's take the fact that, have you noticed that most movies are barely in the movie theater anymore, if at all?
Yeah.
A lot of them are being released
straight
to streaming. Okay.
And if they go to the theater, it's only for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Saying. Barely, right? Why? Patronage at the theater is down because prices are
Well,
ridiculous.
people can't go to the theaters anymore because you have to pay for 17 streaming services.
Well, and not only that, but you go to the theater, you're a family of four, and you're spending $100.
Yeah.
Okay, because everything now is 3D or
Do you remember the
IMAX or
dollar theaters?
bro. Do you remember Dollar Tuesdays?
Yeah. I remember going to the theater. We would always wait for because the movie would do its run in the theater, right? And then it would do another run at the dollar theater. And man, we would go on Friday nights to the dollar theater and we'd watch 2 movies back to back. We'd get popcorn and everything, the whole 9 yards. And my parents would drop me off with $10. And $10 was more than enough money to get through the night. But I could take a date out for $15.
My goodness. My goodness.
You know, and now you can't even pay the tolls to get to their house with $15.
No. So, if everything is going to streaming, right? What's happening is you can't offer this big name actor or actress, right? Oh, please do this movie with us. Because they're saying, well, I want $100 million for it. And you're saying, well, actually, this is all we'll be able to pay you, because they know there's not going to be any revenue from theaters. And so now the actor turns them down. So who is always going to say yes? Well, you can license my AI person.
Yep, and that's it. You can have them do
And
whatever
it
you
can go
want.
straight to streaming.
Because it doesn't matter. Because if there's bad press on that AI, no problem. I'll just change the face. I'll give you a new one.
What didn't
And
you
you
like
have it.
about her? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll
No
just...
problem. Give me a couple hours. Click, 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 click.
Now, do you remember...
Here's your new one.
the
Oh,
mo-
you need an actress that speaks Spanish and
She
has
can look like this?
Tick, 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 tick. Boom, boom. Oh, you need a black female lead? Sure, no problem. Here you go. Click, 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 click,
Or
click, click.
even like more realistic, because for example, they've always criticized movies like the Ten Commandments, right? Where it's Egyptian people that are Hollywood, like white people, right? And it's like, well, this is not real. Bro, you could pull just from the images that we have and create an authentic experience.
That would be cool.
I know it would be,
I'm
and that's
not
the
even
thing
against
is
it.
that
That's the problem.
exactly, because honestly, and here's the other part.
I'm not okay with the actors being completely taken out.
Of course,
But
but
there is some cool stuff that
there
can be done.
is, and the problem is that if we feel like, well, I kind of would be interested in that, I feel like it's a slippery slope, and just like, well, if we allow this once, then we allow it again.
Yeah.
And then here's the other thing, right? I feel that most people want to just be entertained. And there's a lot of big names out there that I absolutely love their movies. I don't want to hear you say a word about politics. I don't want you to come talk to me about anything. I don't care what side you're on. Just be an actor. Entertain me. That's all, right? But a lot of
that
them
doesn't exist anymore.
But a lot of them have made very, very, like clear,
Yeah,
I am on this side and I'm going to speak this. And now it's like, you've kind of like gone down on my list now, right?
Yeah.
So.
And you don't want to watch something because of their political stance.
Correct, right? And so, again,
And
we
not
go
only
back
political
to.
stances, they've just their stances.
We go
period.
back to the AI. Well, they're just there to entertain you.
Yeah.
So I feel that many people might say, oh, we will never. The Actors Guild could say we would never. I don't believe that that's a never situation. I feel like it's actually a lot closer. And then
There's enough money to be made going around the Actors Guild. Because you don't need, you can still put out stuff. You don't have to be a part of the Actors Guild.
right, and it could be an indie film.
Yeah.
And then
that's
they
it.
could make a comeback,
And they
right?
can make the comeback, and that could be where the biggest
Right.
the biggest thing is.
So this guy, what was his name? Who played Paul Walker?
Oh yeah.
No, who played Paul Walker?
Yeah.
It is Paul Walker,
It's Paul
bro.
Walker, but
I'm
trying to
thinking
think, Brian O'Connor.
O'Connor. Paul Walker, okay. In the very last movie that they're making, I don't know if it's been released yet or
Not
not. Okay. He's coming back.
Right. His brother's playing him.
Well, I'm interested to see if really it is his brother or if
It's
this
his
is
brother.
AI.
No, it's his brother, but they're putting on the face.
You know,
Yeah,
so
because his brother has the same build.
that's
same
very
look.
interesting to see what that's going to look like. I'm only curious to see, and then think about his brother, right? His brother, did he step
His
into?
brother
Hold
is
on,
not
hold on.
complaining with the check that he's gonna go deposit in the bank.
I think that for some people, it's more than that. If they were trying, because was his brother in anything before they called him into
Nothing.
it?
He's
Right.
never
Did
done-
he ever want to be an actor, or did he feel like, for my brother, I have to do
He
this?
didn't need to. He wanted a payday.
Well, I think you're
It's a-
assuming a
it's a-
lot.
it's a pay-
Just like I'm assuming a lot. But
It's a payday.
either way, I was thinking about the movie that they remade. I don't want to say this wrong. Is it Blade Runner?
Mm-hmm.
With this guy, Noah Wyle.
Yep.
No, it's his name's not
Yeah.
Noah, but
Forget the name.
help me.
Go.
From the
Go, go, go.
Notebook. Isn't Blade Runner?
Blade Runner, yeah.
But isn't Blade Runner about vampires?
No.
Okay. What's the one about vampires with Wesley Snipes?
Blade.
Oh, see. Okay, Blade. But I meant Blade Runner.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Okay. So that movie, that was a remake of the original with Harrison Ford. Okay. There is an AI companion that he has. And throughout the entire movie, mind you, the movie's weird and it's long and it's not for everybody. And I don't even know if I would watch it again. Okay. Because it was just, I had never watched the original, so I didn't know what I was walking into. But there's one part that really sticks out to me in all this. So he has this AI companion that the moment he walks in, like she's there, right? Ready to encourage him to whatever, right? They did such a good job of creating chemistry between the two of them. Like you can feel it. And I felt bad for him that she wasn't real, because I felt that if she was real, that was his soulmate. Crazy, right? And you just go through this whole thing. There's a part in the movie that was kind of crazy where he brings just a random girl home, but the AI can superimpose her features on her. And so he gets to like be with her physically, but it's the other girl.
yeah.
And the other girl knew that that this is what they were doing. I mean, and somehow it was.
Don't yuck anyone's yum.
Listen, what I'm saying is
Nowadays.
is that somehow it was satisfying as the viewer for you to watch him like in some way be able to connect with her, right? Because he was so like heartbroken and struggling and everything, and they just made this connection, and you just felt like it was such a, like I said again, soulmate connection that he had with her, right? As the movie is getting close to its ending, there's this scene where he's trying to protect her from being stolen from him or whatever. And the camera pans out for you to see that she is on a billboard, as this like 30-foot billboard, same voice. And
Yeah.
she is just
'Cause
an
she's
AI
something
model
that they
that
sold.
anybody can get. She is not special. She does not have a special connection with him. And I feel like there was a moment there where he was just like, I've been deceived.
Well, I'm sure he knew.
Bro, no, because his look in that thing was like, it's like you were taking it in with him, where you're like, what? I mean, to me, of the whole movie, that's the thing that stuck out the most, because I just thought how they were able to create this, and I want to say it was Anna de Armas actually, who was the AI love interest that he had in that movie. But they were able to create feelings for the viewer.
Let's see.
They were able to create feelings for the viewer that meant nothing at the end of the movie.
And it's yours.
Crazy, no?
Yep. Crazy.
So,
Who
dramatic shift. Dramatic shift for something that happened this week. And then we'll wrap up. We had a most interesting experience that I want to talk about. We went to Sprouts and we were doing our groceries last week, right? And you were talking to someone that you knew. And I grabbed the meat without you verifying that it was the correct meat. It comes
Right.
packaged the same way because we buy grass-fed ground beef for our burgers and all that stuff. I bought 2 packages. I knew I was making a picadillo one day and we were making burgers the other day. And we're looking forward to that because that's comfort food, the picadillo, right? And it was just like looking forward to it all day. Then we get home, and as I'm about to open up that package, you're like, babe, look at the package. And not only is it not ground beef, it was bison, ground
Right.
up bison that in my life I've never had bison. What a way to have bison for the first time, okay? It's ancestral bison, which means it includes the heart, the liver, and other organs, right? That are good for you. This is everybody's on a binge to have animal organs right now, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, like it's too late to run to the store. I don't even know what I'm going to do. And you're like, make it. So I Google to see like what can we expect taste-wise because it wasn't cheap. I don't want to throw it away, right? And so it says that bison tastes mild, almost sweet. There isn't a gaminess.
I want to try it without all the ancestral stuff.
And so that's the thing, because that's what I realized was when I Googled it, I didn't put ancestral bison, right? I just put bison. And so it was just, people assume it's gamey. It's not gamey and all that stuff. So I seasoned it, I made it, and then we tasted it, and there was a different taste,
But there was so much of everything else.
Correct.
That it made it okay.
It did make it okay. It made it delicious. After you had it enough, it was gone.
Yeah.
And I only assumed that that's what bison tasted like. Okay. Then we get to the burger day. And in the burger day, you make these amazing burgers always. Some days your burgers are like,
Yeah.
stratosphere. And other days they're amazing. So it's only amazing in stratosphere, okay? And you take a bite and you say, burger's gamier today than normal. And I look over at you and I say to you, wait, gamey? Since when in my life have you ever said gamey to
There
a
was a
burger?
taste.
There was a taste, okay? And I'm saying gamey. What do you mean gamey? And immediately I thought the meat was bad. Something must have happened to the meat, right? And I'm thinking, that's weird. Like, why are you saying that? Because we went back and we checked the other package when we saw it was bison to see, did we get 2 bison? And no, it was ground beef. So then all of a sudden I remember, wait. It wasn't just ground beef. It was ancestral ground beef, which means liver, heart, and other organs. Okay. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the bison was okay, right? This is going to be okay. You look like you're like getting ready to cry or something. Okay.
I don't even want to talk about this.
I'm just getting to the end of it.
No,
Okay.
it's just, I don't want to talk about
I
this.
know.
Because I have stuff that's coming up.
Okay.
Just
Oh my
thinking about
gosh.
it.
Stop. I take a bite of this burger.
No. I take several bites.
No, I'm
of the
saying
burger.
my part.
Hold on.
Okay.
You sat back and waited.
Well, hold on. I'm saying when I first took my bite of the burger, immediately, this was not like the bison. Immediately, I could taste the liver.
Bro, I'm
Okay.
literally wanting to throw up right now.
Okay, hold on. We're just going to skip over it, okay? And suffice
It
it
was
to
so
say,
disgusting.
I tried to be like an adult
Do you have water in
and
there?
swallow. No, but why don't you have some
Oh,
pineapple
I still
juice?
no, I still have some
Here,
water. No.
this will take away the taste. And you,
It's in the like.
yeah, like you
like
were
here.
you were a trooper. Like you almost finished the whole thing. When I took my second bite, immediately it just came back up. And I was like, baby, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Okay. And this reminded me of when I was a kid and my grandmother made steaks for a steak for each of us. Didn't we
It
just
was
talk about the
so
plancha steak,
disgusting.
the chancleta steak? Didn't we
Yeah.
just talk about how we used to get this size? Bro, she made us a size this big for each one with smothered onions and white rice. And when I sat there and I ate that steak, bro, one bite and I was like, oh my God. First time ever that I scooped everything into my napkin and threw it away while all my siblings were forced to eat it because, oh my
Liver.
gosh. Okay, liver. Okay. And then right now, have you seen the video that Leah just sent? Okay, because she dug up a video of when she went to Rudy's grandfather's house and he had made, this is right after Rudy left because they were moving up to the Carolinas and he had gone ahead in front of her and she was coming like in a week or so, right? So she went to stay with his grandfather so she wouldn't be alone. And he made her dinner and he made liver. And she was like, oh no, I can't eat this. Poor girl must have forgotten about the childhood experience. Okay. And so she films herself and she tells him that she's going to go ahead and she's going to try it. She takes the knife and she cuts it, right? And she scoops it. I want to say she put it in her mouth with some rice and she starts chewing. And the poor girl's been crying. So her eyes are entirely swollen. Her face is red, right? Like,
Disgusting.
this is adding insult to injury, bro. Bro. The way that it came back up for her.
No, I can't. I know the way it's coming up for her.
How many days has it
Can
been?
I
And you're
just leave
still
you?
burping?
Can I just leave you here? No, here. You want too much? You want TMI?
OMG.
You want, yeah, TMI.
Not
I
for
haven't been
me.
able to go to the bathroom very well. It's killing me. I can't take
What
it
do you
anymore.
mean? What do you mean?
End of the story.
End of the story. Yeah,
This is it.
done.
This is it. This is it. You're gonna ruin the rest of my day.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you want some? This is, by the way, this is the
I
best.
don't want anything. I don't want.
This. We were turned on to this brand by Mary, Natalie's pineapple juice.
It is
Amazing.
in my throat.
You poor thing. I'm trying to distract you now,
After rubbing it in for 15
bro.
minutes.
I had to put it out there.
Yeah.
People don't buy ancestral meat.
No,
please.
it was so much that I said to you, we're like, oh, yeah, something about, no, we're never going to eat a burger again. I'm like, no, we're getting on that horse tonight.
Yes.
I made a double
Not
smash
the
burger.
same night.
No, the next night.
The next night.
Because we were talking on the day for dinner, and you were like, I'm never eating a burger again. I'm like, no, we're eating a burger tonight.
Never eating
I made a double smash burger with
melty
extra cheese, smothered in onions,
Oh my God.
with onion rings, and I put maduros in mine. Like, I was just like, I'm gonna make,
And I made my special horseradish burger
and I
sauce.
took a bite of that burger, and it was like dripping down my face and all
Bro.
over my beard and on. It's like everywhere, and I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I just kept on eating. I licked my fingers. I licked the plate. I left nothing behind, and I was cured. But we need to stop talking about this because
I know.
I'm still thinking about the stupid
Okay,
ground beef.
Okay, hold on. I did have a question that I was told that I needed to ask you on this thing. So this will distract your mind. Okay. So you opted.
Literally, I'm tasting it in my mouth.
You poor thing.
It's been 4 days.
That's so horrible. No, honey, but why were you a trooper?
Question.
So you saw something so hilarious that you said, let me create a WhatsApp group with Leah
No. we're
and
on.
Mel.
Thank you guys for joining us today. This is the end. No.
Here's the question.
No.
What was the reason?
This is the end of the podcast. We are done. I'm not doing this.
Because
No.
you thought
No.
it would be funny.
Thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Peter. That's kept me at the.
Bro.
We're done. We're done. I'm leaving you alone. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bro,
Say goodbye.
what was the thought process?
Say goodbye.